All right, guys, so last week we started our stained glass window project. This was last Friday that we started it. So remember, the first thing that we did was we graphed horizontal and vertical lines together. We did x equals -8 together and y equals -9 together. Then you were supposed to pick 2 more from the left and 2 more from the right to do. Then step 2, we did -5x plus 3y equals 15 together. Then you had to pick 2 more from the left and then 3 from the right, right? So make sure you're reading the directions. It says circle 3 equations from each column. So you could have picked whichever ones you wanted, but we did -5x plus 3y equals 15 together. Today we're moving on to step 3 because we have now learned how to graph in slope-intercept form. We did this yesterday. It says circle 3 equations from each column. So you're going to pick 3 on the left-hand side and 3 on the right-hand side. We're going to do one together just to model this for you so you guys can see what it looks like. Let's do y equals, let's do y equals 2x minus 13 together. Okay, so what you're going to do here, it says find the slope and the y-intercept, graph and label these lines, use a ruler. So remember we did this last class. Your slope is what's next to the x. So I'm just going to write this down here to help us. Your slope, that's m, would be 2. Try that again. All right, your slope, which is m, would be 2. And then your y-intercept is the -13. Remember, that's a coordinate point. So that's the point 0, comma, -13. And we're going to plot that and get our line. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to put a dot at 0, -13, and then count out a slope of 2. So on your graph, you're going to go down to, on the y-axis, remember that's the vertical axis, count down to 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm going to put my dot at 13. That is my y-intercept, a darker color there. Okay. Then I need a slope of 2. So a slope of 2 was positive, so I'm going to count up and to the right. Remember, if you pick something and it doesn't fit, you can always do the opposite. So I could count up and to the right, or I could count down and to the left. So I'm going to count up 1, 2, and right 1. So I'm going to put a dot there. And remember, we want 3 dots for these. So go up 1, 2, right 1. And then I'm going to have another dot there. And then you would grab your ruler and connect these. Okay. Make sure you use your ruler. Okay, I would if I could, but that would be one example. All right, and then you just need to pick 2 more from the left and 3 from the right. I don't care which ones. And this is just about what it should look like. The rulers are by the door. And just please put them into the used box when you're done with them. Then, after you get done with step 3, you can move on to step 4. You're not going to have too much to do for step 4 because it says just circle 2 equations, and we're actually going to do one together. So as long as you watch this video, you're getting a free answer, and you'll only have one other one to do. So these are those ones that we're going to graph them with a slope, but they're written in standard form. So like it's very tempting to use the cover-up method here, but like for this first one, if I wanted to find the x-intercept and I tried to cover up y, 8x equals 30 is not going to give me a nice whole number. So that's really hard to do that with. So we're going to instead find the slope using opposite of a over b, and then find the y-intercept. So remember, your a is whatever's in front of x, and b is whatever's in front of y. So in front of x is 8. So A, there we go. So A is going to be 8. And B is going to be 6, because that's what's in front of your y. So if I want to do the opposite of A over B for my slope, opposite of positive 8 is negative 8. And then my slope over B, which is 6. Remember, you can always reduce, divide both of those by 2. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, divide them both by 2. That would be negative 4 thirds. And then we can also find our y-intercept. And I know I'm writing a little big on this. That's because, as you guys know, it's hard to write on here. So then you would find your y-intercept. Remember to find your y-intercept. Cover up x. That would give you 6y equals 30. So divide to get y equals 5. And then your coordinate is 0, 5. So we have a slope of negative 4 thirds. This is so hard to read. You have a slope of negative 4 thirds. And then a y-intercept of 0, 5. All right, so we're going to plot our y-intercept and then count out our slope. So our y-intercept is 0, 5. So on the it was positive, right? Yes. So on the y-axis, you're going to go up 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I actually already have a dot there, and that's okay. I'm just going to put another dot there so we don't forget where we're at. And then our slope was negative 4 thirds. So since it's negative, you should count down and to the right or up and to the left. Remember, you only want to go in the negative direction once because there's only one negative sign. So I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1, 2, 3. Now I'm just putting these dots as I count so you guys can keep up with where I'm going. You don't actually have to put little these little dots as I count. You don't need those. Okay, but make sure you put your big dots for your points. Then I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Count right 1, 2, 3. Put your dot. And then we are going to connect our line. Okay. So this is, at minimum, what you should have so far, because this is what we've done together. Hopefully you should have a lot more. I know that people who were in class on Friday got a lot of this done. So if there's someone who is not in class on Friday, help them out, let them know what they're supposed to be doing so that they can get this done. Remember, it's important for your graphs on this to be good because your graphs are going to be part of your quiz grade. On that note, don't forget that tomorrow's an e-learning day and you have a quiz. All right, it's just going to be some things over functions, linear functions, things like that. You can use your notes on it. All right, and just email me if you have any questions. Have a great day, guys.